Hi, this is Galit Goldfarb. Thank you very much for joining me here today. Today I'm going to be talking about mold and its effect on our health. Mold is a fungal growth that forms in damp, moist environments or decaying organic matter, and it sprouts from microscopic spores floating in the air, which can reproduce into clusters on surfaces and become more visible as they multiply and spread, becoming like dark patches on walls. Mold can be found indoors and outdoors as long as they have moisture and a carbon source to grow. Because of their nature, mold is most likely to be found in certain spots on our home, such as the bathroom, attic, and garage. However, mold can also lurk in hidden places in your bedroom, such as your mattress, windows, windowsills, and heating and ventilation and air conditioning vents. Mold growth is typical in and under the kitchen sink and other food-centric places. Mold can grow inside your refrigerator as well and your pantry, mainly if you keep old and expired foods. Mold is in the home is very, very common and easily overlooked. However, mold exposure can have detrimental effects on our health. These include allergic reactions and respiratory tract issues, because the fungi in typical indoor molds may be allergenic, targeting the respiratory tract and causing allergic reactions. When the different allergens in the mold are inhaled, this can induce many different conditions, including allergic rhinitis, bronchial asthma, allergic bronchial pulmonary, aspergillosis, allergic alveolitis, chronic allergic sinusitis, eye irritation, and allergic dermatitis on the skin. Athlete's foot, oral thrush, candida, and aspergillus are some fungal infections associated with indoor and outdoor mold. Aspergillus can cause health problems such as lung infections, allergic reactions, and infections in other organs. And candida can cause infection on the skin and inside the body, causing recurring genital infections, digestive issues, joint pain, and nail infections. You can see videos that I made on these separately and how to treat them. Also, preventing and solving mold problems in your home is very important because mold thrives in damp and warm places. As I mentioned, controlling moisture therefore is key in preventing mold growth in your house. So let's talk about the tips to prevent mold growth in your home. You want to prevent leaks through the roof and the walls. If you have any leakages in your home, you will see mold buildup beneath the leak. So you want to fix the leak as fast as possible to prevent ongoing inhalation of the mold. This is especially during this season when it just started raining in most parts of the world, and you will see dampness under places where there is leakage. This will bring about mold growth, and then in the springtime, you certainly want to make sure that you are closing these links so that next year you won't have to suffer from the mold overgrowth as well. You also want to remove standing water in drains and floors, and you can add a sink garbage disposal unit to ensure that no water stands in your pipes. This is great. I really recommend it. Also, you want to vent areas prone to condensation, such as bathrooms, kitchens, attics, basements, and clean these areas regularly with one or more of the methods that I will talk about in a minute. You also want to use dehumidifiers in rooms prone to humid weather. These are not so cheap, yet they are definitely worth their cost, especially if you live in a place with high humidity. You can buy dehumidifiers online. Also, you want to immediately remove damp carpets and furniture from rooms that are damp, and remove them and dry them thoroughly outside, especially after you wash them. If you live in a rainy location, you want to wash your carpets and sofas in the summer. But if this is not possible, then they must be washed urgently, and just consider only cleaning that special certain area that is very dirty rather than cleaning the whole carpet or sofa until the weather becomes sunny at least. You also want to remove old or expired food from your refrigerator and pantries immediately. And you can get rid of mold on your own by some degree by using natural methods, including number one, hydrogen peroxide. Hydrogen peroxide has antibacterial, antiviral, and antifungal properties, making it an effective treatment against mold. You can buy 3% hydrogen peroxide sold at any pharmacy and then pour it into a spray bottle and spray it directly onto the mold. Let it work until the hydrogen peroxide stops bubbling. You'll see that it starts bubbling when it touches the mold. When it stops bubbling, you can scrub off the mold and the hydrogen peroxide with a rag or soft brush. And it is best to wear a face mask when you're using hydrogen peroxide solution, as it can cause respiratory, eye, and lung irritation. Also, white vinegar has been observed to kill mold species, and it's relatively safe on most surfaces. You can pour distilled white vinegar into a spray bottle, just like the hydrogen peroxide, and spray it directly onto the mold. Let it work for about half an hour and then clean the mold away. It will take a little more time than the hydrogen peroxide, yet it doesn't have the negative, harmful fume effects that hydrogen peroxide does have. Also, baking soda. You can use a solution of 1 tablespoon of baking soda with 2 cups of water to kill mold and keep it from coming back. This solution absorbs the moisture that attracts the mold. I recommend doing this if you have a wet spot in your house during the rainy season to prevent mold from coming. I recommend using this baking soda. Now, a study showed that baking soda could inhibit about 79% of fungal growth in clinical specimens and reduce fungal growth in other specimens. So definitely recommended. Also, lemons. The acid in lemons can break down mold. Lemon solutions can also work as natural deodorizers and stain removers. You want to add lemon juice to a spray bottle, clean the mold with a scouring pad and then some soap and water, and then spray the lemon juice directly onto whatever is left of the mold and then scrub the mold away. This method is not recommended for plaster walls that have mold on them or wooden floorings, as it may cause staining and may actually increase the problem. Now, there are also essential oils. Tea tree oil is excellent and has been confirmed by scientific studies to have antifungal properties and can help clean up the mold and prevent mold spores from returning. Also, so how do you use it? You add 40 drops of essential oil, the tea tree oil, to half a cup of water into a spray bottle and spray it directly onto the mold. You want to wait for about half an hour and scrub the mold away. Now, all of these processes may be repeated until you are satisfied with the results and you have gotten rid of the mold. So, to conclude, it is best to treat the mold's cause and then to treat it and to prevent its recurrence and resistance to the cleaning material. You want to aim to treat the condition as soon as you notice it, even before the mold comes and inhabits the place. So, do it without delay and to avoid the harmful health effects that molds may cause. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Please also subscribe to this channel if you like this type of content, and visit my website, thegorilladiet.com, to help you move your health and wellness to a better place for you. Thank you very much for joining.